Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Today, I am once again into the 1983 Kawasaki GPZ 1100 project. And today, what I'm doing is I am working on the exhaust. I have pulled the exhaust off. I'm going to be cleaning it up. As you can see, there is no black paint on it up on the top. There is on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is sand that down, make sure, use a wire brush, clean it all up, and I will spray that with some high heat black and reinstall the pipe. I'll go ahead and put new exhaust gaskets on when I do the job. I have some Kawasaki ones for this bike already bought, so might as well do that while I'm in there. I have also, on the GPZ, there's a couple of electronic things that maybe you don't have to deal with on other bikes. One of them is on this dashboard. As you can see, there is a battery light here, and what that is originally this bike had a sensor inside the battery that read 12 volts, and if the battery got low, this would indicate that your voltage was low and it would flash. Well, with the newer batteries, there's no longer a sensor that goes inside, and so what you have to do is actually take that lead and attach it to a positive on the bike. And so what I've done is go ahead and done that. That took care of the battery light. There's also a ground wire here that goes to the DFI unit in the back. If that isn't solidly grounded, it will give you a fuel injection warning light, which I had grounded it earlier and the light went off, and evidently, I don't know if it vibrated a little bit and lost that really solid connection, but my light was flashing again, and so once again I had to go in and mess around with the ground, and it cleared my DFI light. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize on these early I should say this was a second generation fuel injection GPZ, and that's a common thing to have a DFI light on, and you can even replace your fuel injection computer and it won't solve the problem, but that the ground will kick on. The light that came on, it was telling me to replace the whole unit, and all it was a ground. So just something to keep in mind if you're working on one of these. I did get some new clutch springs for the bike. I've got a new gasket for it. I probably, before I even get into the job, I will probably just order a new clutch. And in thinking about it, that way I'm done with it. I don't have to do the job twice. I've also got a 15-tooth sprocket for the front of the bike that I have now. I will be installing that here shortly, and that's going to get it a little bit closer to the normal gearing. It's geared super low, and really not even, if you're doing anything above 55 miles an hour, it's really starting to wind out, which is fine. It's exciting to drive like that, but it's not really something that's you can drive for any length of time, and it's not, I don't think it's real healthy for the engine to be revving high all the time. That's where I'm at with the project. I'm still debating on the rear suspension, if I'm going to basically replace this whole swing arm, or I may, at minimum, I'm going to put longer struts on here. If I go with longer struts, what that's going to do is give me a lot better ground clearance. That's really what I'm looking for out of it. That's my only thing that I don't like about this setup currently, is I'm always concerned that I'm going to drag hard parts in a corner. I really don't like having limitations like that when I drive a bike, and especially if I need to avoid something, it's just better to have the ability to avoid rather than being limited. So like I say, I may put this back to stock suspension. That's what I would really like to do. I've just got to figure out a cost-effective way to do that. I need quite a few parts to get that back to the stock suspension. But she's running good, coming along, everything. It really does run nice now. It hasn't been a difficult project really here. I will keep you informed on future progress here. I'll try, when I post this, I'll try to have some photos of the finished exhaust, kind of let you know what direction I'm going to go on some of these things. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video.